Hello and welcome to Clipping In. It's Wednesday, the 22nd of October. And with the clock change on the horizon, I thought before the temperatures plummet, I'd come out for a classic 100k in the Pennine Hills. Can't say fairer than that. Today's ride is an absolute cracker. I did it, it was on the channel in June. One of those beautiful sunny days. 24 Celsius by the end. We don't have to worry about that today. But it was, I think, just over 100k. And from here, which is the Buckstones, we thread our way through Saddleworth, skirting Staley Bridge, out towards Mottram, Hadfield, then we gain height, we've got that beautiful Devil's Elbow Road, into Longdendale, and then up Holme Moss on that southwest side. So yeah, there's lots and lots to look forward to. Looking at these conditions, I can't promise the panorama that we had in June. It's funny, at home this morning, just gone 9, it was sun. I was on the verge of picking the dark lens. Wow, I'm glad I didn't. 14.5 miles into the ride, 1,400 feet, so we've gained about 850 feet from where I live, and look at it. And I would estimate temperature has dropped from 8 Celsius down to about 5. My feet are telling me it's cold. See how, as we lose height, that magic 1,000 foot marker, we drop under the cloud again. There is Dowry Reservoir, one for the always eager reservoir watchers. I think we can say that's full. Well, I'm currently between Delft and Upper Mill, and I would imagine the camera's showing this. Absolutely pounding down with rain. The forecast for today was wall-to-wall sunshine. What on earth's going on? I thought these modern forecasts were meant to be super duper accurate and they would allow you to select exactly the jersey for the ride. Tut tut tut. I've got Staley Bridge on my right hand side. It looks like it's starting to brighten up again. You can see ahead. Hope so. I just had somebody in a car wave at me. I thought at first they might be cyclists, but then they might think I'm wearing a long sleeve Manchester City shirt. Haven't Manchester City got a really good Belgian player as well? So we're dropping into, well, we've got Mottram to the right. A lot of almost permanent roadworks going on there. Oh, the hills look nice and sunny. That's the main thing. Pulling away from the busy roads now, it's always a little bit hairy around Mottram. And then the rain just added to it. But now I'm climbing up on the edge of Hadfield, round towards Padfield, and it just gets better and better from here. Just get moving, there's a tractor there. Gaining height steadily. You can see there's a car with its headlights coming down and one just behind. That's the Devil's Elbow Road from Glossop to Woodhead. Wow, with all that depth of colour there on the left and the mist just filling in the little valleys, this looks ever more Scottish. Longdendale, wow. It was in the last video that I mentioned John Frederick Bateman, the big Victorian era civil engineer, aqueduct master and reservoir construction king. Born in the Moravian colony at Lower Wyke. Well, he was the chief architect behind the Longdendale chain. Devil's Elbow here. Okay. At that pace, nice and safe. But it's a little bit greasy today. Oh, look at that. Wow. And once we pass this little shelf and then start dropping into the valley that houses that chain of reservoir, it's fantastic. Worth the price of admission on its own, isn't it? You can see dead ahead what will be centre frame trucks on the Woodhead. You know, I think nowadays, apart from Sundays, the Woodhead is not going to be a lot of fun for cycling because of the weight restrictions on the Snake, driving double HGV traffic onto Woodhead. Just crossing the reservoir chain up this little drag, and then it's a bit of a time trial on Woodhead. If you get in between the packets of traffic, it's not too bad. Might be half, maybe 3/4 of a mile, no more than that. Right. So this is the Woodhead. You can see it's been resurfaced quite recently. Let's get on the big chain ring. See you in a bit. Coming up to a left. Wow. Whew. Right. Yeah, I think it's more like half a mile. I won't over-egg it. Get my breath back and then start on Holme Moss. Phew, it's a long pull, this one. And I'm a bit warm, dare I say. Wowee. Hopefully get past this marker and you'll see Holme Moss mast left of centre. A little breather. I'm trying to cool down. Makes a heck of a difference. You're comfortable in the rain, flat to rolling country, but once you start climbing this kind of thing and you're probably producing another 100 watts or something, and then wow, your temperature just shoots up. There's an important talk there, I think, about if clothing is designed for high power riders or for low power leisure riders on the flat, because there is a heck of a difference in power produced and the heat generated as waste. Anyway, this is not the place for a talk like that. If there's any interest in that, I'll do a fireside chat at some point on that very topic. All right, I've got to concentrate again. It's going up. Just approaching that last little steepening kick where those rocks are up on the right. Nearly there. Well, looking nice and bright on this side. The roads are still a little bit damp, but well, the view is stunning. After rain, look on the left of the road, how wet it is, that water slick. This road, it takes quite a long time to dry, and that means when we're talking of nighttime temperatures below freezing, this is all a little bit naughty up here. View of Henley Moor there. We're on the big swoop now from Holme Village down to Holme Bridge. There's his car. Passing through Hartshead village. I came back from Holme for the direct route, so I didn't bother filming. There's way too much going on that route because they've changed some of the road layouts. If I'd had a little bit more time, I'd have gone back to my favourite new mill, Sovereign, Emily Moore Mast. But not today. I can't complain though, because yesterday, Monday, I did 3.5 hours, then 3 hours on the video in the afternoon, so if I get 4:20, 4:13 today, that's not bad. I'll do this video probably Thursday and Friday. The main thing is another good ride in the bank. Signing off time. A cracking ride, of course. Should be over the magic 100k. I'll ride round the block a few times if it isn't. But we've had a real taste there of mid-autumn in the Pennines. All kinds of conditions. Well, as always, that's all for this edition of Clipping In. See you very soon, back out on the Yorkshire roads. Bye-bye.